All right, everybody. Today we are doing lesson 17, where we're practicing more division on a place value chart and also using our long division and also checking our work with multiplication and addition. Let's do number 1 together, and then you'll independently solve number 2. So first we're going to start with our total number, which is 5. And I'm going to represent 5 in this place value chart using discs today. Discs look like this. So that's one disc. Now I'm going to draw 5. Our number sentence says 5 divided by 4. So I want to break this group of 5 into 4 equal groups. So underneath the 5 discs, I'm going to section off the rest of my place value chart into 4 equal groups. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now I can take turns bringing each place value disc into a group of 4 until I have none left over. Now, the rule is I can't pass these out unless there's enough to go around to each group. So since I have enough for each group to get one, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, and pass these out. Now I want to go for another round, but I'm noticing I don't have enough to pass out to each of the 4 groups. I only have 1 left over. So this is our remainder. However much we have in each group is our quotient. So each group has 1 with a remainder of 1. Our quotient is 1. Our remainder is 1 using a place value chart. Now I'm going to go over to my division. Remember that I like to use my rhyming divide, multiply, and subtract. Bring it on down and bring it on back. So those are the steps that I'm going to use while I divide. Divide, multiply, and subtract starts with the first step, which is divide. How many groups of 4 can I take out of the number 5 without going over? If I count off by 4s, 4, 8, as soon as I get to that second group, I'm already going over. 8 is bigger than 5. 4, only one group is all that I can take out without going over. So when I divide, I can only take out one group. Divide, multiply, and subtract. All right, I divided. Now it's time for me to multiply. Top number, our quotient, by our divisor, 4. 1 times 4 is 4. Divide, multiply, and subtract. So my next step is to subtract. 5 take away 4 equals 1. Bring it on down and bring it on back. There's nothing that I can bring down anymore. That's it. There's no more numbers. So that means that whatever is left over is my remainder. So my remainder is 1. The same answer that I got using a place value chart. Quotient 1, remainder 1. So now we're going to do the reverse to check our work. When we want to check and see if our division is correct, we multiply and add our remainder to see if we're correct. So I'm going to start with the number that I'm dividing by, which is 4. Then I'm going to multiply it by my quotient, 1. 4 times 1 is 4. I'm noticing that this number doesn't match my final answer, but don't get too discouraged, because after you multiply, you have to add that extra remainder to see if we get our starting number. 4 plus 1 equals 5. Since I landed on 5 and that's the number I started with, I'm going to give myself an old check mark because that means that I did it correctly. So now it's your turn with 56 divided by 4. You'll show the number 56 in the place value chart using discs. And then you're going to break up the number 56 into 4 equal groups. Start with the tens and hand out tens until you don't have any more tens. If you have a remainder in the tens place, break it down into the ones and then start handing out the ones. All right, it's your turn. Good luck.